I'm heated. I'm mad. I'm angry. Like I'm angry.
Bro, look at the nigga jump.
Bro, I'm angry.
Look at the
I'm upset. Bro, I'm very angry.
Look at the M&M joints though. What? Black cat. Black cat forward.
What the fuck is this? Alright, before we watch any game, before I take my shower, before we do anything on this channel, I just really want to make this video. Because I really feel like this video is important. I'm real emotional. I'm going through a lot. Okay, so I went to Dominican Republic with McQueen, DDG, and his brother, right? The purpose of this trip was to take some time away from YouTube and for us all to just relax. So we all book our tickets. I tell them it's better if we just get an Airbnb instead of a hotel. Most of the Airbnbs in a lot of the cheaper foreign countries are like $300, $400 and you can get some crazy shit. So we pay $400 a night and we get this. So yeah, we got this crazy ass Airbnb, $400 a night. Came with its own maid. In case you didn't know, a lot of the Airbnbs in foreign countries, cheaper foreign countries, come with their own maid. Just because it's so cheap. The maids work for basically nothing. The maid that we had couldn't even speak Spanish. She couldn't even read Spanish. Like, she could speak it, but she couldn't read Spanish. Like, we would type stuff out, and she wouldn't be able to read it. So it was real sad. She was a real nice lady. I tipped her well. I gave her like 40, 50 bucks. Anyways, that's besides the point. So, we got this nice-ass Airbnb. We got this maid that stays with us in the Airbnb. All of that shit was cool. Actually, none of us even hopped in the pool, which is crazy. And none of us even hopped in the pool. Okay. So we didn't really do much on this trip. You know what I mean? There was not a lot. We only did 2 activities. We went to like 1 club. We didn't really do much. Honestly, the girls in general weren't as... I mean, they weren't ugly. But I thought they were going to look a little bit better than they did. Because I went to Brazil and the girls in Brazil were crazy. So I thought it was going to be a little bit closer to that. It wasn't that close. But anyways, that's besides the point. Okay. So there's 2 things that we did, right? First thing that I want to bring up that we did is we went on this thing called a booze cruise snorkeling event or some shit. So we all hop on this boat, right? Go out into the middle of the ocean. We put on like these life jackets because, you know, we're not the greatest swimmers, you know what I mean? And they put us in this deep ass water, right? We put our heads underneath and you can see all of the fishes and it was crazy. It was the first time I ever went snorkeling before. I don't have any footage because obviously I couldn't put my camera underneath, but it was crazy. Then they took us to somewhere in like the middle of the ocean. And we were in the middle of the ocean, but we could stand up in the water. Yo, this shit is crazy as fuck. What the? I'm standing up far as hell. I'm far as hell. Standing up. Nigga, I need a pink, nigga. What's going on? Nigga, we out here. DR vibes. DR shit, nigga. DR shit. Hey. Nigga, we in the middle of the motherfucking ocean. Ain't shit different, though. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, turn it up. Turn it the fuck up. Regular shit. Yeah. Daily life shit. Daily lifestyle shit. Everyday shit. You know what I'm saying? Some light shit. This light shit. Light shit? This is where we getting ready for lunch. Hella light. We just got on a boat. We getting ready for lunch. Hella light. Hella light. Hella light. Super motherfucking light. Y'all know the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Niggas had to come out here. You know what I'm saying? Stand up in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Like some gods. You know what I'm saying? Like some legends. You know what I'm saying? Facts, nigga. It's just light, man. What the fuck we should have been on, facts, bro. We went doing shit this way, bro. This shit funny as hell. Yeah, this is a vibe. Look at this shit, y'all. We really all the way out here standing. How is this shit this shallow all the way? That shit crazy. Hey, what's up? They gonna put on. Why they turn it off? Hey, this shit's gonna be lit. Yeah. Walk it like I talk it. 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 You walk it like I talk it. 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 It was crazy. We were so far out yet we could still stand up in the water. So we all standing up in the water. They had like alcohol and shit, and we were just out standing up in the water, just turning up, having a great time. It was honestly the most fun thing that we did while we were on the trip. I had a great time. Now the other thing that we did was we went dune buggying. And this is the reason why I wanted to make this video. While we went dune buggying, first of all, the dune buggying was fun as fuck. Roll the clip of the dune buggying. All right, man, let's get it going. Yes, sir. You ready for this?
You already know what's going on, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's the devil lamb and no one's seen in this bitch, man.
You finna kill this shit or what?
I'm finna kill this shit. I'm finna whip the fuck out this motherfucker.
Gang, all that gang shit.
DR shit. We in the land down under.
Yeah, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You know what
Whipping
I'm
this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Not too muddy though.
Don't get no mud, but we're not getting no goddamn mud on our shit, bro.
Fucking with the mud.
Cause we own that DR shit.
Yeah.
But that mud, that's not DR shit, nigga. That's not DR shit at all, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? We still gotta stay sexy. We gotta stay black out here, nigga.
Kind of black out here.
Oh yeah, we with all this fuck shit, nigga.
We with all
these
this.
bumps, nigga. Yeah, we treating this shit like I got hydraulics.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Y'all see what the fuck going on, nigga? Y'all see what the fuck going on, nigga? Don't let us see
Oh shit. What if I just spill out this bitch?
What if I let go and everything just turned over?
Talking about some DR shit.
Right out
What the fuck?
Hey, this bitch got no seatbelt.
Oh, this bitch going. All that gang shit, nigga. Started in glass, now look at us. Now look at niggas.
Right.
We done glowed up. Look at them all behind us. Look at them pussies.
This is the first beach we've seen in DR. Let's check it out.
Vamos a probar put your hand like this. This is for water, que papalo.
Whoa. Yo, look at this shit. That's crazy.
All that gang shit, bitch. We'll see y'all niggas later.
So yeah, the dune buggying was hella fun. You know what I'm saying? We all got great content. But the thing that really stuck with me, and the reason why I'm making this video, is because on the dune buggy trail that they had us going on, guys, it was so many little kids, poor little kids. And they would literally chase after all of our dune buggies just to try and get $1.
All that DR shit, man. This shit a culture shock.
Yeah, this shit is. Look at my nigga over there. Look at my nigga over there.
This shit a culture shock. This shit a culture shock like crazy, man. Isn't that crazy, man?
Just to try and get $2. It was the biggest culture shock that I have ever felt. Because when I went to Brazil, and even when I went to Mexico, I really stayed in the touristy parts. So I never really got to see any of this other stuff that goes on behind the scenes, right? This was the first time that I ever really got to see any of this stuff that goes on behind the scenes. And it really made me sad. And it really made me appreciate how lucky we are. So I really wanted to make this video. So basically what I'm saying is the reason it made me so sad is just because these kids grow up in these terrible conditions and there's nothing that they can do about it. And I'm looking at these kids like that could have easily been me. They didn't do anything different than what I did. They were just born in a different spot in the world. And because they were born in a different spot in the world, it made their opportunities that much smaller. And I know we all have seen this stuff before on the internet. Like we've all seen, you know what I'm saying, commercials about help feed the kids or this and that, blah, blah, blah. But when you're really seeing it though, when you're really having kids running after your car to get $1, When there's people telling you that these 14-year-old kids are coked out of their mind. You know what I'm saying? It really hit me hard. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to keep it together. And that's the main thing that I was thinking about just when we was at the Airbnb. It's just like, man, anybody watching this video, if you're watching this video, then 99% you're not in a situation like this, right? And I was just looking at these kids in this situation like this, and it just made me really sad, man. It just made me really sad. And the worst part about it is, even if I gave one of these kids, even if I gave every single kid that I seen $100, which is, I don't even know how much money that is for them, right? Even if we gave every single kid we seen $100, it's not going to make a difference. It's not going to make a difference. And that is the saddest part. That is the saddest part about it all.
You see the culture shock. You see the culture shock like crazy, man. Isn't that crazy, man? And the craziest thing about it is, even if I gave her $1, which I don't have $1 on me, but even if I did give her $1, it wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks,
That's
bro.
sad.
It's like you
That's
can give
sad,
them
too.
all $5 and like it's not gonna make no difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That shit wild, bro.
No dinero, no dinero. No dinero, no dinero.
Lo siento.
Lo siento. Lo siento, mi amigo.
There's people coming up to us while we're walking, scrubbing our feet, scrubbing our shoes just to try and get $1. When we stop when we stop the car at a red light, they'll start washing our windshield just to try and get $1. And even if you help these kids out, you know what I mean? It's not going to make any difference. And their life is still going to be horrible. They're still going to be in a horrible, terrible situation. And that could have easily been me. That could have easily been me. And it could have easily been you. And I just feel like we thank God for a lot of the stuff that we get. But I don't know if I've ever really thanked God for being born in America. I don't really know if I've ever thanked God for that. I don't know if I've ever really had that thought. But now, and it's not even just from being born in America. You could be born anywhere. It's just about being born in a situation where you have the same resources and advantages that all these other people have, right? Because not all you guys live in America. Some of you guys live in London or whatever. But we all have the same resources. These kids, they don't have those resources. You know what I mean? Like, they can't do the stuff that we can do.
You know what I mean?
That shit wild, bro.
No dinero, no dinero. No dinero, no dinero.
Lo siento.
Lo siento. Lo siento, mi amigo.
I just wanted to make this video so that we can just all be a little bit more grateful for the shit that we have. You know what I mean? Even if you don't have anything, you're still born into. You're still, even if you don't have anything, even if you're sitting there with no money right now and you're kind of miserable, guess what? You're still born into a way better situation than all of these kids. These kids would love to be in the situation that you're complaining about right now. That you're complaining about right now. They would love to be in that position. They would love it. Don't take this shit for granted, man. Don't take it for granted.